Sometimes being a man feels like being the butt of some universal joke. They say that addiction is not getting enough of something you really don't want. And sometimes I feel like that is our relationship with women. When I was a kid, I remember listening to men talk about how women, particularly their wives, drove them crazy. How it was just one thing after the other. But at the same time, I would see men on TV and sometimes in person very enamored with women for one reason or another. Then I went on to become a teenager and in my 20s, and women just seemed great to me then. I mean, there was no downside at all. It all seemed pretty straightforward. Like, meet a woman, seduce her, have sex, short relationship, move on to the next woman. Well, then I got married. And now I begin to understand what those guys were complaining about. I get it. So now when I'm walking the trails and I come across some attractive woman who wants to pet my dog, I'll flirt with her, no question about it. It's an impulse, just can't help it. But I know deep down inside that is not going to happen. That is not going anywhere. Because I remember how incredibly valuable it is to have the power to say yes to the things that I love in my life. And if I get another woman in my life, that power is going away.
Give me the ball. Who's got the ball? You gonna bring me the ball? All right.
Having the opportunity to say yes to things that you want to do without having to check in with someone is one of the most empowering and wonderful things in the world. And it's one of the best things about being single. For example, starting this YouTube channel, if I had tried to do this when I was married, my ex would have given me so much crap about it. She would have said, oh, you can't do it because of this, because of that, it costs too much, you're not talented, you don't have any skills, you don't have the time. It's been one thing after the other, and then even if I did start doing it, every time I would take time to shoot a video or edit a video, she would have given me crap about it. She would have been making me feel guilty. Or you're not spending enough time with the family, you're not doing this, you're not doing that, you should be out mowing the grass instead of paying someone to mow your grass. I'm so glad I don't have to deal with any of that crap anymore. The other thing is, I started my own business sort of at the end of our marriage, and the reason I know she would give me crap about the YouTube channel is because she gave me so much crap about that. I mean, here I am trying to scrape enough money together to keep our family afloat, and I've quit my job, so I'm trying to do what I think I can do to make some money, and yeah, no encouraging words. You've never started a business before, you're gonna fail. There's no chance this is gonna work. It's like, really? Really? You're going there with this? Never again. It's been 7 years, 6 figures every year since she left. So yeah, never have to deal with that again. My car recently broke down and I decided I didn't want to keep it anymore. It was a 2019 Jeep and the transmission went bad. And well, it took like a month and a half to fix, and Jeep was terrible. Their service was terrible. The people at their Wave Incorporated, whatever, they were terrible. I didn't want to do business with them ever again. So while that Jeep was in the shop getting fixed, I just went to the dealership and bought myself a new car. And she would have freaked out because now we got 2 cars, you know? It's like, no, we're gonna just have one, but now I've got one that works. Never have to deal with that again. Don't have to ask permission, just do it because I want to do it. Got a lot of neighbors that love watching football. They invite me over to watch games with them, drink a few beers. Don't have to stop and ask, don't have to call anyone, you don't have to say, hey, is it okay if I stop at the neighbor's house and have a few beers? Nope, just do it because I want to do it. Of course, I can go on dates, which is wonderful, and it has been good. And I can have sex a lot more frequently now than I could before, which is good. I don't have to ask anyone, you know? Usually when I am on a date and we get to that point, there's no asking. It just unfolds naturally, you know? When I was married, oh man, when we were having sex, I'd have to schedule it. I'd have to ask, beg, you know, come on, honey, come on, you can do it. Nope, I don't feel good. Nope, tired. Oh, I've got to work tomorrow. I can't do it. Yeah, none of that. Girls on dates, yeah, they're not giving me any excuses. They're just doing it. So yeah, that's a huge relief. Little things like when I bought my new house, first of all, I bought a new house and I didn't have to ask her about it. I could just buy the house that I wanted for the reasons I wanted it. And what's funny is, so the house that I bought is in the neighborhood that I wanted to live in. But what sold the house was the prior owner had already prepped the 2-car garage as a gym. Like that was the selling point for me. Like it had rubber floors all the way down. It had been drywalled and it had shelves up. I mean, it was a perfect little gym for me. And of course, since I run a gym out of my house, that was a huge issue for me. But that's not a selling point that any woman would have gone for. You know what I mean? Like it does have nice kitchen and nice bathrooms and it's a nice house, nice floors and all that stuff. But yeah, the selling point was I walked in there, I saw the garage, like, I'm taking this one. Yeah, she would not have gone for that at all. You know, and even as I started buying stuff for the house, because I didn't want her crap in my house anymore, I threw out all the old dishes and stuff. So I got spider webs in my hair. But yeah, I bought gray dishes because I like having gray dishes. I bought a whole new set of glasses just because I like having a special kind of glass. I like thick glass. I don't like that, you know, frilly stuff. I don't like all that sparkly stuff. I just want a glass that looks like a glass, you know? Cutlery, same thing. None of that frilly stuff. Just give me a basic fork and knife and spoon. I don't need it to be fancy. I just want it to get food from the plate to my mouth. Wonderful. No questioning on that. The bedding I put on my bed, completely nondescript. I mean, it's fine. It's not ugly, but it's just, I didn't have to ask anybody. I just bought it, you know? And after 21 years of living with a woman and being able to make these decisions, I know to you single guys, you're thinking, what's wrong with this guy? Was he crazy? No, really, this is the kind of shit you have to put up with. When you're living with a woman, every single decision that you make is questioned, and you are at some level of incompetence all the time. It's like you can't make these simple, basic decisions about your own life. And it is the most frustrating thing in the world. And you don't realize it's happening because it's insidious. It happens over time. It happens slowly. She doesn't start off hitting with all these questioning your integrity and your thoughtfulness and your decision-making ability. It happens a little at a time. And over the years, it gets bigger and bigger and bigger until suddenly you're wondering if you can wipe your own ass. You know what I mean? That's the way it unfolds. Anyway, so this is a message for any man who's in a bad marriage and who's experiencing this kind of constant torture of living with a woman. Here's my advice to you. Don't put up with it anymore. You don't have to deal with that crap. If you're miserable in your marriage and you're getting on like me, like I'm almost 60 years old, screw that. How many years have I got left? I mean, at 60, maybe 20 more good years, 25 if I'm really lucky. Yeah, that's not a lot of time. I have jeans that are older than that, okay? I've got 25-year-old jeans in my closet. So, yeah, do it. Take your life back. It's your time, it's your life. Live it for yourself. Do not sacrifice another damn minute with some insufferable woman who is owning your entire life. Now, I know there are times when she's not so bad. There's times when she's gonna seem nice. She might even make you a meal, and God forbid, she might even take you to bed one night. But those times are few and far between. And life is too precious to waste it with someone that is making you crazy. Because when you take your life back and you own it and you can live it the way you want to live it, oh my God, it is so insanely delicious.
All right, really good dog.
All right, you guys, thanks for watching. That's all I got for you today. Please remember to like and subscribe, and please send this video off to guys that are, in the middle of a tough marriage or considering getting married. Maybe it'll be some insights for them to consider that they hadn't considered before. But for the rest of you guys, remember, stay healthy and stay single. Thanks very much, and I'll see you in the next video.